Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where today we return with week 2 of the Renault Clio Cup series here on iRacing. Starting P17 as the number 9 car, of course. I don't qualify in this series, and today we're at Okayama. 15 minutes ahead of us, going to be about 8 or 9 laps I think, depending on how well the front runners get on with it. Of course, got to be very, very careful still with the brakes on this car and make sure I change my rear brake valve. But yeah, of course, if you're new around here, make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed to the channel for more iRacing and various other sim racing related content. Will we survive this race though? We haven't had a particularly good run over the last couple of days, so let's wait and see what happens.
15 minutes. You'll need to get on with this.
Let's do this.
Track temp is 47.
Of course, now we know about the RPM limits as well on this car.
Okay, mate, get ready. Green, green, green.
What? Why isn't my upshift working? What was that? Oh, dearie me. I got no idea why that didn't work as intended, but apparently it's not there. So we're going to be even further back as we head down in towards turn 1. Looks like there has been some chaos, though. So hopefully we can just try and... Whoa, don't you rejoin me. Well, that was interesting. I mean, perhaps for all we know, we would have been involved in all of that chaos, but I've never had that before on iRacing, as that's immediately going to be a 1x as well for my troubles. Yeah, very, very weird. There was more cars going off down at the hairpin. I mean, now we've got to just try and get ourselves back in the fight. But careful on the rejoins. Nice V10R Esports car. I think that series is pretty much dead in the water as far as I know. Why tell me to pass right? Oh, there we go. Fair enough. He is apologising. We'll give him credit there. So we won't try to get too bad, but I think with all of that chaos and commotion then, and it seems to be continuing to every single corner, that guy's just fired himself straight off. Probably struggling then with the braking. I think we've actually gained places. Just look at this. There's still more and more pileups going on down the hill there. Every single corner so far, someone has crashed in, which is rather impressive. But not out of the ordinary on iRacing, to be completely honest as well there. So we might just about survive lap 1 and have gained some places from it there, as you can still see. I mean, I do personally think the brakes on this thing are fundamentally... I mean, I've never raced a real-life Renault Clio. But yeah, fundamentally,
Clip on your right.
I'm so sorry.
Right side's clear.
Just a tiny wobble there off the corner, and that's going to be a rather frustrating 4x as we come towards the end of lap 1. But yeah, I think the brakes on this thing... I mean, if you could change the bias, that would be okay. But you just seem to look at them, and they'll lock up there as we come towards the end, though, of lap 1. What position are we into after all of that's kicked off? We are P15, so we have actually gained places then on the opening lap. And yeah, it's all about now, of course, trying to make sure that we keep the car around the 5,500 RPM range. Of course, for those of you that watched the Spa video last week, and for those of you, of course, that commented telling me about the 5,500 RPM on this thing, has been really, really helpful. I do genuinely greatly appreciate it there. So, just braking a little bit early in towards the hairpin. We'll try and do the all up and under. Seems like we're fairly even on pace, myself and Regis. So we're going to be drag racing down the back straight, and he clearly knows just a little bit more accurately where to rev. Of course, I'm trying to use the 5,500 RPMs as more cars flying off down at the hairpin. We'll let him keep the place for now. So yeah, really is testing people in a way that not many cars do, I think, on iRacing. It is a funny little beast, this Renault Clio. So, you know, I was a little bit worried that it would just end up being exactly like the Toyota GR86 Cup. But they are very, very different cars, and they do seem to be providing very, very different racing. But still, definitely a lot of chaos and carnage can unfold there. As heading our way up through the hairpins. Definitely still struggling to get the line right through here. So, yeah, we'll almost run wide off the corner that time around, gather it up. But yeah, weird, of course, that we're not really looking for right at the end of the rev lights. I mean, we're not far away from some... I mean, we're in the train for the top 10 here, despite the fact it took me about 10 seconds to actually get going at the start of this race. Here we go, then Regis having a look up the inside of Bon, back down towards turn 1 there. Grant is trying to defend in front of the pair of them, but I'm expecting there to be more chaos and carnage continuing on throughout this race. So, I mean, like I said, if we can just pick up freebies, I think that's going to have to be the key there. Felt like the 4X as well, when you think this is, you know, like a little touring car, a tin top style vehicle. You know, that could have very easily been an OX or a 1X, maybe even a 2, potentially, but 4 seems a little bit harsh. Whoa, that guy broke earlier than I was expecting, and immediately you slam the brakes, and that sends you straight off the road. So gather it all back up, and now we've got to go again.
Incident in the
Oh,
hairpin.
and there we go,
Yellow
another
flag.
2
Watch out. Incident
running
in.
off the
Run
road.
over. Car
Try
left.
and
Clear
swing
left.
around the outside of this guy. Yeah, it
10
just
minutes to
seems
go.
like
That's 10
everyone
minutes left.
is still having issues then with this car. Like I said, it's a completely new kind of experience, to be honest. As we saw down at the hairpin, someone just brakes earlier than you're expecting. You obviously slam the brakes on instinct, and that means they work less, of course, because they just seem to lock up immediately on this car. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you could just change the bias or the pressure on them, perhaps it could be a lot more forgiving, but yeah, I guess we've gained an extra place then on this lap. We're into P15, but I would like to try and get towards the top 10, but it really will depend on who crashes and where, I guess. Whoa!
Left side.
Well, that's sometimes why we love front-wheel drives.
Stewards have warned us for cutting the track and keep it between the white
Just
lines.
dipped it slightly wide there, of course, spits the back end round, and sometimes you just got to smash the brakes and then smash the throttle to try and keep it going
Fuel levels are fine.
where you need it going there, but that's going to be us losing yet another place. I can't wait to have a look back through the incident report come the end of this, because there are going to be just mistakes and blunders made absolutely everywhere in this race, but that relegates us back into P16, and I mean, really just by not doing anything crazy and not having anything silly happen, you're probably guaranteed a top 10 in this race. It's just so chaotic, but looks like it has calmed down a little bit. Might see some more incidents, of course, towards the end. There's a guy in front of me again, just snags the brake slightly. Will this allow us to try and get a run back up the hill? Let's try and see. Mahmoud just in front of me there. I think he's going to have to try and go defensive. And yeah, he's certainly not got the run off the corner. So we'll peel to the outside. He's going to try and squeeze me out as we head down in towards the corner. Look at the speed we've got. I'm sure he'll try and keep the nose there. Yes, he will. And he's just sent me to the shadow realm. And he's taken 2 of us out. What is that?
It looks like it's Tanaka.
Just runs me off the road and then rejoins and pit manoeuvres that guy. And he's not even waiting. Oh, there's more going on behind me. Someone's just been sent to the shadow realm. Don't know if he's done it himself or whether he's been sent there. But yeah, now I am really trying to close back up to Matt. But to be honest, this is, well, not. I think getting even is probably the wrong way to describe it. But I want to try and get back past him there. The fact he took 2 of us out and then didn't even wait after he quite clearly just punted me off. I want, well, I say I want revenge. I just want the place, to be completely honest. It's definitely still struggling to get the line through there. Crew chief seems to be amped up though. But yeah, let's keep trying to get him. Not long left in this race. 9x as well. My SR is going to be in the bin once more. Another lock up through the first corner. We'll try and sit close through turn 2. Just try and connect with the grass on the inside there. Probably need to leave it in 4th through that second turn there. That fast sweeping right. Sorry, left even, I should say. Just because it seems to allow you to be in the rev range off the corners. I don't know what he's doing, whether I'm doing it as well. But he seems to kick up a lot of smoke around a lot of the corners here. But again, we've got to run up the hill. Is he going to again try to defend it? Tempted this time around to try and keep him down towards the wall. No, he's going to try and really give me a squeeze off the turn. Could really do with not getting another 4x. Is he going to keep the nose up the inside? Yes, he is. Is he going to give me some room this time?
Clear right.
Just about, I suppose. I mean, we kind of ran ourselves way too deep into the corner as well, but we've got 2 more laps after this one. We've just got to keep trying to apply the pressure there as we definitely... I mean, we're very, very weirdly paced around this circuit. There's some parts of the track where I gain a lot, other parts of the track where he gains a lot. So we're over the course of a lap. I think we have got the advantage. So as you can just see again, some understeer coming in through there. Off the line, going to have to go very, very shallow through the next corner. But sometimes the curbs can really try and drag you around. And you can see I'm just not able to capitalise on it. Off the corner, still lacking confidence through there to carry the speed that I need. But in through the final turn. Of course, steering still does feel rather light on this guy. You can sort of, you know, go like that with it quite a bit. Going to try and go defensive on me back on the run towards turn 1. Do that all you like, mate. I'm I was never going to get close enough, so he's just compromised his own entry
2 minutes.
in towards the first corner. Again, we'll try and sit on the apex. We've got to try and find a way around him. He's still trying to get the elbows out. Can we try and get a run off of turn 2? No, not quite able to, again, to connect it up where I needed there. But this could be a good little battle right the way through to the checkered flag then, as we try and see if we can get a run up the hill. I've done before on multiple occasions, and you can see that
Left side.
I'm on the inside. Come on, give me some room. Unfortunately, he's compromised my run as well. I reckon he doesn't know about the 5,500 RPM thing. I reckon that's why he's struggling so much up the straight. I mean, look at the speed we're able to take off from him there off the corner. It's like we've got a turbo in comparison to him or something. Another car going off down in the hairpin. I can just see that in front of me. Am I going to get sent? I think, no, we might be through for good now, but we've still got a gaggle of cars behind us. And every opportunity for more cars to come and collect each other up the road there. But I think, yeah, this part of the circuit, of course, is where he's definitely more confident than myself.
There's an
We've got
incident
more
in
yellows.
corner.
Be careful off the corner. So we've got yet another car going slowly. Will we gain another freebie? Let's see, there he is. Anders just tries to get back on the road. Was running in P9. As you can see now, come on, just break free. I don't want to be battling Mahmoud onto the final lap there. I'd rather be battling Anders in front of me, I suppose, depending on, well, yeah, I don't think I've seen him all day, so maybe he's a bit more cool, calm and collected and less kind of rammy, if you will. But one more lap to go then here from Okayama. It has been quite possibly the most chaotic 15 minutes of Clio Cup action you will ever see, from not being even able to start the car to actually still, I mean, we're not in a particularly good position, especially as the number 9 car in this race. We are once again going to lose even more iRating. I'm pushing myself back down to the sub 2k mark, it feels like at the moment. Don't get a 1x, that was very, very close there, but we got away with it. Can we try and get the run? We have had a quicker best lap than Anders in front of me. I think it's going to require another error from him as we try and round our way up the hill for the final time. Definitely has been one of my stronger parts of the circuit. I mean, this was technically a top split race, despite the fact it's only got a 2.1k SOF. I seem to get a lot of races at the moment where I'm one of the lower cars against, obviously, the people that are either really good just on the sim or really good at certain car combos. But I don't think we're going to get Anders there. I think that's Matt behind me, sending himself off to the shadow round on this final lap. We've just got to try and bring it home for P15. Yeah, will not be a particularly great look. I think the incident report... There we go. Ricardo clearly thinks he had a good race. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the incident report's probably going to be about as long as the video itself, with all the chaos that's kicked off. But just got to try and make it through these final few turns. We've survived another week of the Renault Clio Cup. It might not have been the best race, but one day we will get a positive iRating gain from these cars.
First corner. It looks like
don't bottle it on the final lap, Matt. Don't bottle it on the final lap. It's never recommended. But at the final corner, we are going to survive for P15 in the end. 10 incident points as well has not done my SR any favour, but over the line we'll go. Let's go take a look at that incident report, and then of course also on our how much iRating we've lost. Right, well, I think the fun kicked off in qualifying. There's Zoltan finding the wall. I think that's down at the hairpin. And then let's get into the real racing action. Then down in towards turn 1, you can see this guy very, very slow. And I think that is Matt that turning him round. And then another Clio going into the back of him there. Is this... No, this isn't the guy that rejoined in front of me. So 3 of them getting involved in that turn 1 incident. But yeah, I think that guy just wrong place at the wrong time, sadly. 711 car getting turned around at the hairpin and just about keeps it on the island. No, he doesn't. 3 of them come in together and they all end up meeting in the middle. Well done. There's more carnage going on in front there. You can see again the orange car that got involved in the wreck at turn 1. I think that is Zoltan. Yep, just wrong place at the wrong time once more and finds himself in the gravel trap once again. Are we going to get another incident between these two, though, as we head down in towards the hairpin, or are they going to keep it clean? Very, very brave on the brakes on the way in, but gets it slowed down. Chaos kicking on then. Lap 2 now. Bit of contact, and well, the guy that was innocent at turn 1 there after blood on lap 2 slaps the wall as well in the end, but there's me swooping around the outside, and we all gather it back up again. And, oh, there we go. That's Matma taking me out, so we definitely weren't given any room, and, yep, just sends the other guy off into the Shadow Realm as well. A couple of laps later, car just behind me. Oh, this was, again, another Shadow Realming. How many incidents has that orange car been involved in? Surely he's going to end up on close to disqualification. Here we go, another one, 7-Eleven car to the inside. Tiny bit of contact, and you know what? We'll turn him around for good measure there. That was the guy, of course, that was just in front of me and us towards the end. So yeah, did just get turned around. Could have given more room, but I think racing incident. Here we go then. I'm guessing this was the final lap Shadow Realming. I don't even know how to describe that. Just completely taking each other out down the straight, and I think that is all of them. What a race that was. Right, well, having a look then at our final race results. Minus 0.38 SR, minus 41 iRating. I really can't have many more races like that at the moment there, but it is Axel who takes on the win. Ricardo in P2 there, just half a second ahead of Danny. Quell in 4th ahead of another Danny in P5 there. But yeah, 15th for us. I mean, we did technically move forward from 17th on the grid. Did we see anyone get DQ'd? Somehow that guy, Zoltan, only got 5 more instant points than me, when I'm pretty certain I saw him in 15 crashes over the course of that race. Make of that whatever you will. Thank you all so much for watching, and yeah, we will be back next week. I don't know where this series is heading next, but somehow if we can just keep kind of surviving, I guess we can't complain too much.